Hi guys, welcome to my video. Today's project we're going to be using the Sweet Spring transfer set and we're going to do a tote bag. I got this tote bag at I believe Michael's. I think it came in a 2 or 3 pack. It was very affordable because I think I got it 40% off. So this is a brand new transfer. I went ahead and wrote on the back so that you know which side the transfer goes back on. These are reusable. We're going to be using ink today, and we are just going to start by placing, I'm not going to fuzz this because I'm using it on fabric. We're going to place it on our project. Make sure we have no bubbles within where the silk screen is. I've already opened all of my inks. You don't really have to stir them or add water like you do with chalk, so that's nice. And I'm just going to place my ink onto the transfer here. I'm using just black for the words, and then we're going to add some fun flowers around. So I'm going to take a squeegee, and I'm going to be real careful with this ink. This ink, you cannot, it's not forgiving. If you go off your transfer, it's there. I've heard some people say that if it's, you know, if you don't heat press it, it's not permanent. No, I've made the mistake of accidentally getting it off the transfer, and I didn't heat set it, but it was permanent. I could not get it off. And I've also gotten it on my clothing and never heat set it, and it did not come off. So this ink is permanent. You do have to heat set it, they say, for it to be permanent. But that's not a problem. You can use an iron, you can use a heat press. I have a heat press, so I should have taken a little more time to press that through, but I might be able to touch it up. So I have a water bath over here. I'm going to put my transfer right into a water bath. And we are going to move on to our next transfer. I think I'm going to do this in pink. I'm going to grab a new squeegee. And I believe this color is, let's see, this color is actually Couture Coral that we're using here. It's one of my favorites. So again, I'm going to try to be real careful not to get off this transfer on the edges. If you want, you can tape these off. And you have a little more time to work with these than you do with the ink than you do with the chalk. It doesn't dry quite as quick in your transfer. And if you're going to layer them, I have been told that you have to heat set them between the layers. I'm going to try not to layer these. I don't know how it's going to look with some of these flowers, but we have a lot of flowers to pick from here. So I'm going to get them, you know, close, but not really layering them. So we're going to go with some candy apple red here for this one. And we're going to grab this one. I'm going to have to be really careful. I want to get it into the silk screen and push it in there, but I don't want to go off. And if you get too much ink, just scrape it off onto your squeegee and back into your jar. No problem. You can do that. Let's peel and reveal. That looks pretty good. And I think I'm going to do maybe a leaf here. Using the green. I'll tell you what this color is in just a moment. Want to make sure to get it all into that silk screen and peel it up. This green is garden herb. All right. I think over in this corner, I'm going to do a quick little, another flower. I'm going to be using Bumblebee yellow for this. This one I'm going to have to be super careful not to get off of the transfer here. And we have different size squeegees. That does help. We have a mini squeegee. And we have the multi-tool, which I could be using for some of these small ones, but I think this is working well. Oh, the yellow doesn't show up quite as well on, well, actually in the light, if I get out of the light, it's pretty good. I think we're gonna do a little purple here. Sorry, I get quiet when I'm concentrating. Peel this up. That bled just a bit, but I think it's still going to look okay on this bag. Now I have a bit of a fold here. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I do have an ink mat. I don't know if you can see that, but it is inside the bag, kind of holding this bag and this fabric still so it doesn't slip. And also so that your ink does not bleed through to the other side, because this ink will bleed through. So I am using that, and we sell those. So if you're interested in any of this stuff, my link to my online store is down there. And this transfer is part of our, was our transfer this month for Chalk Couture. And that's a really good way to get started if you're interested in learning about this and getting a few products, you know, in your stash, in your craft stash. That's one way to do it. It's $19.99 a month, free shipping. There is tax on that, I believe. And they send you a new transfer with 3 chalk pastes. Now, these chalk pastes did not come with this. These are from my stash. But they send you 3 chalk paste packets, which is enough to do 1 to 2 projects. But it's a really good way to see if you like this, to start getting your feet wet. It's really fun. It's really addicting. You can do these with paste on chalkboards. You can do fabric, as you see, t-shirts, mirrors, picture frames, glass, any flat surface. I've done metal enamel frames. I think that was my last video I posted. That was super fun and easy. The chalk, depending on the surface you put it on, can be removable, and you could do a new project on that chalkboard or surface, depending on the surface. And if you have any questions or want to learn more, please message me, and I can help you with that. But this is just, it's just fun. I mean, I find myself looking around the house, trying to find new things to chalk on. I've done metal tins. So I don't know if you can see this. I took these tins that I got very cheap from Hobby Lobby, and I put chalk paste on them and then spray sealed them with just acrylic sealer. I've done wood signs that have been really fun. We've done chalkboards, picture frames, glass. I've done t-shirts. It really is endless on what you can do with these. I think I have enough green. I'm not sure what color I want to do this in. It might be a little non-traditional, but we're going to try it. That's the thing. It's your project. You do it how you like. You do whatever you want. I do like working with the ink. The one thing you have to be really careful of is making sure you don't have ink on your fingers, because that has really, as you see, I have red ink on my fingers, and I go to peel this transfer up and I get red ink where I don't want it on my fabric, and then it just doesn't come off. So I'm using a Clorox wipe here to make sure my hands stay clean. That's all it is. And that doesn't bother me. I kind of like the distressed look. I'm not going to stress over that at all. Like I said, this is probably for me to take my lunch back and forth to work or keep in my car for groceries, so I'm not too worried about it. And it's homemade. I made it. I think it's a cute gift. You could make a little tote bag or something like this as a hostess gift if you're going to somebody's house. It would be quick and easy. Just for a friend, if you're meeting them for lunch with a cute little candle in it or something of the sort. I just think it's really cute. So I'm going to do this flower. I haven't actually tried this. I might regret it. I'm going to see if I can re-put that transfer down without having to take it to the sink and rewash it. I do that with chalk on hard surfaces. That didn't work so well on this one, but that's okay. I think I'm pretty much done. I might need something in the middle here. Could put one more leaf in here, because spring is all about things turning green, greening up, looking beautiful. So, and all of my other transfers are in the water bath. All I have to do is take them to the sink, maybe rinse them off, use one of our board erasers on them to get this ink off of them. They will stain a little, and that's okay. They're still reusable. But you can then let them dry, wipe the back with a Clorox wipe. That helps bring the sticky back. And then stick it back on its backing, and it's ready to go for your next project. So I am not going to show you guys how to heat press this today. Maybe in a future project I will. One thing I might try to do here, I've never tried this on fabric. I have done it. Oh, that seems like a lot. I have done it on a chalkboard where I've had to touch up. This is just a Q-tip. And I'm just going to give it a little press here. And see if I can darken these letters up where I didn't push my ink through the transfer quite enough. I think I was so worried about not getting the ink off of the transfer or off of the sides that I kind of failed to pay attention to the... But it's a learning process. We're exploring, we're learning this together, and I promise you it's fun. I haven't messed anything up so bad that I had to trash it, so... Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Click subscribe. I do a new project every week. I was a little late getting this one out because I was sick this week, but I do a new project every week. And click subscribe and click the notification if you would like to see new content that I upload. Thanks. Have a great night.